smoke and this light citrus note. Welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Lüning, Horst Lüning. I'm the master taster of Whisky.com, and today we have one of the really rare bottles here in my cask, and it's a pleasure that I got a sample of this Brora, 38 years old, vintage 1977, bottle 2016, from the special releases of Diageo 2016. Yeah, a bottle which costs close to 2,000. It's one of a row of never-ending, well, soon-ending, probably have-ended releases of Brora. And I remember some 25 and 30 years old bottles which I had. And then, a few years ago, the bottlings raised in age. So then they had 35 years old, and you were able to notice that, well, the warehouses were getting empty, and you can see the bottom of the warehouses, and, well, the residual casks matured older and older. And, well, today it seems as if this one might be the last bottling of Brora from the original distiller. Only 2,984 bottles, which is quite a lot for such an old bottle, 48.6 ABV. And here inside, some telling. This charming and well-balanced malt from refill American and European oak casks is the 15th and oldest Brora in the special releases series. The nose is confident and lightly drying, with a wave of fresh lemons, smoke and wood ash, laced with mint and toffee breaking over damp sand. Damp sand. Never had damp sand. Yeah. Cool, smooth and slightly waxy, the taste is sweet and fragrant. Flavors of lemon peel and rising wood ash, with sweet coating caramel, as sweet tannins and meaty, peaty pungency develop. Meaty, peaty pungency develop. The finish is firm, nicely charred and lengthy, with warming notes of ginger and dark chocolate, followed by immediate scented smoke, leaving a tongue-tingling, minty, wood-scented aftertaste. Perhaps the definite example of a true classic. Aged 33 years, in a short period from about 1972. Some satin polster here in front, and the bottle itself. Here we go. Now I can continue reading. In the short period from about 1972 until it closed in 1983, the old Kleinlich distillery produced as Brora. So that first there had been a Kleinlich distillery, then they switched the name to Brora because a new distillery was built just south of the old distillery, which was then called Kleinlich, and the other was the old Kleinlich, and not to mix them up, they used the name Brora for the old one. And some of the world's most sought-after single malt whiskies were created. Highly peated expressions aged for more than 20 years took the whiskey world by storm when released as rare malts in 1995. I had one of those in 1995 or 1996. The Rare Malt series was, well, the extension of the Flora and Fauna series, which still exists today. Then there was a very short time where the Flora and Fauna was available as a cask strength selection, and then they switched over to the Rare Malt with a dark card box with golden marks on it, stripes on it. And those bottles in the Rare Malts were sold for 50, 60. They were so cheap in those times. And today, an equivalent bottle is close to 2,000. What a rise in price. Today, if they can be found at all, earlier release command high praise. this wonderful 38-year-old, which was distilled in 1977, will surely rank among them. Yeah, here we go. And here's the, just first the small book which came with the samples, not with a box, from the distributor. Thank you very much for it. And here we have the Brora 38. Well, the taste we had from inside the box: superb, well-balanced example, outstanding single malt, robust with breezy maritime notes on the nose. The damp sand, probably. The oldest Brora we have bottled in this series, 15th of a limited series of annual releases. Annual allocation, now that's important, has extended availability of this irreplaceable malt, but stocks are now depleted. I don't know if this means that this is really the last release, or if there will be a very last release before the very, very last release will appear, but the amount of bottles will be far less. We have seen that at Port Ellen. The releases, the 3rd, the 5th, the 7th, they were just huge numbers, more than 10,000. And after some time, they went down to 6 and 2 and less and less and less. And I still have the joy to taste very new Port Ellen coming up after this one here. And the bottle numbers are again very, very low. So this might not be the last release, but one of the last releases. Yeah. From refill American oak hogsheads and refill European oak butts filled in 1977. So all of this is refill. There's still some color coming out from those refill, but not that deep. Well, all those soaked out casks, will they deliver? Yeah. So the taste, we had all that, and some history. And here you can see the picture of the not the mash house, the fermentation house, the wash house. In the 1860s, there was a gold rush near the distillery in the Strath of Kildonan, Scotland's very own Klondike. Yeah, very small, but gold is still found there, and permits to pan for gold are still issued locally today. So I once went for gold washing in Finland, north of Finland. So I got 6 corns. Yeah. It was cold all over, the finger were freezing. Yeah. Cost to build the distillery in 1819 was £750. So today its registered retail price in the UK is £1,450. There you can see how the pound has lost in value, but the pound is still there as the dollar is there, and all the continental European countries all messed up their currencies. So all currencies are gone from the continent and are replaced by new ones, but the pound and the dollar still there, still some value left. And the Europeans, they mixed it up. Yeah. Okay. One of Scotland's earliest purpose-built malt whisky distilleries. Well, the legalization took place in 1824, but it was limited to the Highlands and not the Northern Highlands, if I'm right. I'm not quite sure about that. Yeah. Rebuilt and steam power introduced 1897. Steam power, not steam heating. Steam heating came later from 1961 on, and it was closed, of course, through the Great Depression, 31 to 38, and ceased production in the World War II in 41 till 45. Yeah. Okay. So here we go. Already some smoke in it. There are very few that old smoky whiskey on the market. With the rising age of a whiskey, the smoke, which consists of phenols, which are not fully oxidized, combustion compounds from the peat, they will oxidize very slowly to more stable compounds in the whiskey, and this will lead to less smokiness on the long run, but more complexity, because these more stable aromas, they're different. So very old smoky whiskies are rare, really rare. I'm not aware of a smoky whiskey older than this 38 years. And the smokiness is gone so far that you're able to smell the aromas beside the smoke. Typically, young, fresh, smoky whiskies, are so overwhelming smoky that they cover all the aromas of the liquid behind the smoke, and you have to smell quite a long time at the whiskey until your nose receptors are becoming used to the smoke and will blend it out, so that you're able to taste the underlying aromas well. So this one delivers immediately smoke and this light citrus note, very complex, some ash, and no wet sand. No, I'm afraid, no idea what that should be, but there's some leather in it. Nope, not this chair, it's Chinese plastic, and standing here for years and years, so there's no smell of this Chinese leather still here. Some caramel, a little mint showing through, and these are refill casks, all of them, and this shows that these refill casks do not cover the original distillery character, which shows this lemon fruit. So on the very long run, refill casks are better than the fresh ones. In the beginning, the taste is light, smooth, sweet, and then oakiness kicks in. Of course, 38 years of tannins are in this whiskey, and spiciness coming up and rolling over your tongue. And the aftertaste showing little spiciness, showing little ginger. And smoke. Yeah. What a full whiskey. So this whiskey is really something special, because they used all the good cast first for all the first bottlings, releases, and they left over all those refill casts later on. And after all those years, these refill casts developed their own taste and aroma and really brought this whiskey up to the top. The reducing smokiness to complexity combines very well with the lighter tastes of the casks and, the tannins which are left over after 30 years of maturation, they kick in, of course. No chance to avoid that. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned, there's more to come, and as always, feel free to share this video with your friends and give your comments in our forum on Whisky.com.